So now the contract is ready, the code is ready. Now we need to compile this contract and then we need to deploy this contract. So let's head to the section, where we compile section, we can compile the contract. And let me zoom this section so that we can see more clearly here. So compilation of the contract is complete. Now we'll try to deploy. Here we need to note a couple of things here. So this account from which we are deploying the contract becomes election officer. So because we are passing that in the constructor, and he becomes election officer. So let us also capture some of the some accounts for us to to test this. So this is account that is going to be of the election officer. Now we'll come here and we'll deploy the contract. You can see the contract is deployed, and we can open the contract and we can see the election officer. The election officer is nothing but the account, that address of the account that deployed the contract. So let us create some candidates here. And then we'll pass you need to pass two things here. One is the name of the candidate and candidate NFT. Candidate NFT, for now we are going to pass the dummy value. So if you want to see the candidate is created or not, we can give the index of the candidate. We can see that name and number of votes polled 0 and NFT dummy value. So similarly, let us create another candidate. Again, pass dummy value here. We can see the list, and then let's pass. Okay, so now we have 3 candidates added here, and number of votes polled 0. So now let us try to add voters as well. So where do we get the voters? Voters are nothing but we can go to the top and take some of the addresses here. For example, this address we'll take as one voter here, and we can take the other address as another voter here, and we can take the other address as another voter here, this address as another voter, and finally we'll take one more address. So these are the addresses. So we're going to create a voter. Let us try to create a voter now and see if we can create a voter. So we can create add voter. Oops, what's wrong? Now we see here that it says that only election officer can create voters. So what we did just now, we tried to create a voter with where the account number is this, which is not a who is not an the creator of the contract or the election officer. So we need to go here, and now we need to create the contract. We can create the voters. So now we can create add voter. It's successful, and then let us take the second one. Add voter. Let us take third one. Let us take the fourth one. Let us take the fifth one. Now, so we have 5 voters. We can check the voter list. We can just give the address of the. Let us give the address of the last voter here. Voter list. It's already is there. Right to vote is true, and voted is false. Number of votes 1. So what we need to do, we can test one more thing here. So we can test whether vote is transferred or not. So we'll transfer the vote and see. This is the address and then from this address to this address will transfer the votes. So let us see. Let us select this address first, because this address must be the sender of the transaction, and then this address is the address to which the transfer is going to happen. So now we can see here. Just before that, let us see this. What is in the voter list? So we can see here this voter list has got 1 vote, and voted right to vote is true, voted is false. So now we are going to transfer this vote from this address to this address. So we selected this address, and then this address we are going to pass the transfer the contract. So now transfer. Now trying to transfer the contract, and let us hit vote transfer. It is successful. Now, how do we know whether the transfer happened successful or not? So we just need to take this voter and check the voter list of this voter. See, it voted true, and the number of votes did not Down. Okay, we can check that. And let us check the other candidate. What happened to the other one? Yeah. So let us check the candidate list, and then he got 2 votes. That bug we'll fix later. But we have this number of votes too for this candidate. Is voted false. So now let us try to vote. Vote the vote this election. So these three first candidates will give it to index 0, candidate 0. This one index 1. This one index 2. Again, this one he cannot vote because he already transferred, right? Transferred cannot vote. So now this will give it to 0. So now this we need to start from this address. So let us take this address here, and this address is going to vote to index 0 candidate. So cast vote here we're going to 0, and also we need to pass how many votes is actually trying to cast. This is having already only one vote. We already know that. So we're going to get one vote here, cast vote. Vote is successful. Now we need to check. We can check whether the candidate has actually received the vote or not. So you can see candidate index at 0 has already received one vote here. Votes poll is 1. So now let us take this address and then give it to candidate index 1. So take this user and give it to index vote. Now we can see index 1 user candidate has got one vote here. Let us see this address and give it to index 2 candidate. Take this address 787, give it to index 2 and 1. Index 2 and then cast one vote. So now we can check candidate list. Has one vote. So now we'll take the last user and give it to the which one? 6% cannot vote. So this one we are going to take and transfer. He has got 2 votes, right? We're going to pass 2 votes to index. Now cast vote. The vote is successful. Now you can see here the index 0 candidate has 3 votes. Now you see here the last candidate is voted true and number of votes is 0. So this is this is working fine. We need to know one more thing. You need to get the winner. We need to get the index of the winner. So once we actually there is no need to call this. We can directly call the winner name, because that in this function we are calling the get winner function already. So let us try to call this, and you can see the winner is the candidate index 0. So this way now we can test. We created the smart contract and we have actually tested the contract using the Remix IDE. So next steps, what we will do in the coming videos is we are going to just do the same contract with Hard Hat, and we don't write the code exactly. What I'm going to show you how to compile using Hard Hat and then deploy to Polygon Mumbai testnet, so that we know, and then we'll interact also with the contract using the Hard Hat. So next lessons, in the next coming sessions, we'll see how to using the Hard Hat, how to interact and get away from this Remix IDE. So subscribe to the channel and a like to this video will be very helpful. Thank you.